Hello, Serge here from the back porch on a nice sunny afternoon. A little brisk, but very nice. I recently returned from the Phoenix Open, and I got to watching a lot of the pros practice swing on the range as they were warming up and everything else. And then out on the golf course, with holes going back and forth, very close to you, you could see a lot of players swinging very clearly. And I noticed something that I thought would make a good topic for today. And it's because it involves our vision. And what I'm referring to is as you all know, I teach the Serge swing, which is the limited turn 3/4 swing in the catcher's mitt and up the tree. We swing vertical 3/4 limited turn, and then in the forward swing, after impact, we go into forward catcher's mitt and up the tree. We stay vertical, palms perpendicular to the ground is secret number 2 throughout the swing, palms perpendicular to the ground. So we're not seeing much of that on the PGA Tour. And knowing that it's winter time and so many of us are locked inside because of snow and ice or wherever we're living, and that's the majority of the United States right now. Many of us the only golf we're getting is watching the PGA Tour on our TVs. And the thing I want to cover with you is that you can get into watching these tournaments just like any sport and really start honing in and focusing in on the golf players, on the players out there, and really watching their swings. Now, the key is, as we know, most of the guys on the PGA today are rotational swingers. So they are not doing the swing surgeon limited turn 3/4 vertical swing. They're rotational. They're making backswings where the club is getting laid off with the huge turns in the sacred burial ground, and conversely in the follow through they're coming over and they're going there, and so backing around themselves with the club very deep and laid off on the other side, which I'll cover a little bit more. But the key is if you're really honing in with them and you are a very, very visual person, it's amazing how sometimes watching somebody intently like that, what you're seeing can actually bleed into your mind. Okay? And I'm going to give you a couple examples. DJ and I are very visual in that we can see things and get it stuck into my mind. Now, I'm not a visual person as far as visualizing myself standing there to hit a golf shot in pre-shot routine, but I'm visual as far as seeing a golf swing and can see it in my mind to know what to do to look at it. So when I'm playing golf, one of the biggest things that I have to do is I don't watch the other players ever hit a golf ball, because it's like if I look at a golfer swinging a club, I automatically go into analysis mode. And if I'm playing, especially in a tournament, or just playing a friendly round of golf, but I'm really thinking about scoring, I don't watch anybody. You might think I'm watching them. In fact, when I'm playing in a tournament, I'm standing there and I'm going to be you'd think I'm looking straight at the person. What I am is I'm just looking at the golf ball, because as a player, especially in a tournament, I have a responsibility to watch where the player hits the golf ball in case we have to make a decision as to, like, if he hits it in a hazard or it's a lost ball, that I can go help him find his ball and then make decisions as to where it should be dropped. So I have that responsibility as a player, but I'm never watching the player make a swing, especially if he's got a bad swing or in terms of rotational or whatever, versus what I want to see in terms of nice vertical swings, which won't cause any conflict with my vision and my mental images and feelings of the swing. And secondly, I won't watch him if he's got a very, very opposite tempo of what mine is, because I don't need to see something way too fast or way too slow. And I've taught DJ, and I tell a lot of my students, I tell most every one of my students, that once you learn this vertical swing, you have to be careful about watching rotational swings now, because, again, you watch them and you intently look at somebody and it can bleed into your mind's eye, and the first thing you know, you're having difficulties making the swing you want to make, the 3/4 limited turn vertical swing. So let me just give you a couple instances of what could cause you some problems, especially that I noticed out there. And again, as I said, I taught DJ from the time he was a little boy till now. I always stress it. And DJ is like me. He doesn't watch players hit the golf ball. He watches where their ball goes, but he's not watching their swing to create that hit. Okay? And so that's just my message to you. But in the meantime, let's talk about what I think is the two most important things I saw. Backswing-wise, we again see what? Big turns and the club getting laid off. And the hands, with the big shoulder turn, the hands of the club are in the sacred burial ground, which is everything behind the toe line on both sides of you. The other thing in the forward swing that we really have to watch, and this is the one I really caught up a lot on, as you know, the Serge swing says that when we swing down to impact, we swing through into the forward catcher's mitt toe up, which is palms perpendicular to the ground, then up and over the center of the shoulder, with the forward hand close to the ear, recoil and relax facing the target. Well, we're not seeing much of that, almost if any. So what we're really seeing is when the rotational players come through, they have rotated so much that not only are the hips way open, but the shoulders are way open. My hips will be a little open, but my shoulders will be just about dead square to the aiming line so that the club face is square to the aiming line. Because if my shoulders are open and my hands square up to my club face, the club face will already be going way left and I'll hit pulls. So we have that difference in the fact that our shoulders, vertical swingers, the hips will be slightly open and shoulders will be square as compared to both shoulders and hips, especially the hips way left of the target for a right-handed player. And once that happens, they come through impact, and when we get to the club face basically toe up and the palms perpendicular to the ground, they will already have rotated over to a quite close position, about right there where the bottom palm will be close to being palm parallel to the ground, or even some will have it there. But usually on the end when they come around, they're still now coming around and rotating so much that the forward arm is crossing their chest, the hands are barely getting to shoulder high, and by this time the shoulders are even more way left of the target, as much as 50 or 100 yards left, and the forward leg is locked, the foot is flat on the ground, and when they finally finish, as they're coming over this way, their forward arm elbow is going downward, and their triangle is very tilted, meaning the base is very tilted to the ground as compared to where our base will be just about elbows horizontal to the ground. And lastly, the point is the palm will be parallel to the ground rather than vertical as we are. So they're going to come around flatter, more round, palm down, club face down, as compared to us, palms perpendicular, club face in the same position, and we recoil and relax with the T finish. So just that comment. So it's good to watch TV, but don't focus and get yourself so focused and staring at them that these positions could bleed into your mind's eye and in the end mess up your golf swing. Because I promise you, it definitely can happen. And so with that in mind, let's keep the eyes open, but make sure that if you get done, you've seen enough of that, you get out and make some good swings and get your vertical positions locked in so you get the good T finish, recoil and relax, so you can hit the ball solid, straight, longer, and shoot those lower scores. Well, that's it for the search today, and I'll be talking to y'all again soon.